I keep saying this, but it is fucking hot. That's a nice bike. Bit of a problem. Shit. So first aid kit it is to clean it off. I think this is hands down everything is nice and clean and drying on the line. That's pretty much dry. And then the tent wouldn't go up last night. The ground is like fully solid. Obviously it stands up on its own. If it's not raining it's fine, but just to be safe I had to put the bike right next to it and then attach it to the bike to keep it pulled out tight. There it is. It's getting very muddy now. The benefit of being here means that I can check the chain today. It's just really secluded and easygoing. And I've got all this space to kind of repack my bags. That's what I've been doing this morning, repacking, making sure it's all put away properly and tidily, because otherwise, as you saw yesterday, I just have, if you pack badly, it just doesn't fit on the bike properly, and despite carrying the same amount of stuff, it just feels like a mess. You kind of lose track of where things are. It's just, in my mind, it's very stressful. I like to be able to access whatever I need very quickly, and if I packed badly, then it's never good. Oh boy, I've scratched the tank. Luckily I don't think I'm ever going to want to sell this bike after this trip. I think it'll be a bike that I try and hold on to for as long as I can. But that's a shame. Although I'm not a massive fan of the colour of the tank anyway. So maybe I'll just, when I've got some money again, I'll get it redone. It feels really good to be in some normal clothes which can actually breathe. Whoops. The only mistake that I've already made on this trip so far in terms of kit that I'm wearing is not getting a pair of, well, I guess it's kind of difficult to get some breathable trousers, but I'm sure there must be some out there. But yeah, wearing 2 layers of trousers has been very, very warm. On the way there, I thought I'd mention, I was told last night, and this is why you should definitely speak to people when travelling, but I bumped into a couple, Oliver and Lisa, I think it was. I'm trying to get better with remembering words and names. I'm a very visual person. I'm realising that more and more, especially on this trip. When it comes to destinations and names of places, if you give me a map, I'll show you exactly where I've been. But you ask me where I've been, I struggle to recall the names. And it's funny, I'm an actor, so that's kind of what I do for a living. But yeah, just an observation about myself. But I was speaking to Oliver last night, and if that's the wrong name, I'm sorry. But he mentioned that this is on the list of some of the most beautiful towns to visit in south of France. So it's definitely worth checking out, and I'll be sure to film some of it. Just a real quick one. This is not something that I've mentioned yet that I bought for the trip, but this is a Krieger rucksack. I think it's a 25 litre, and having this on my back the entire trip so far has been incredible. You barely notice it. It puts all the weight on your chest because the straps come in, and I've had my laptop in there, which is normally super heavy to carry around. I've had all my cables in there, my valuables in there when I'm walking around, and it's just been, I mean, I can't keep saying it's the best piece of kit that I bought, but this is the first time in my life that I've spent real money on kit. Normally I buy stuff that I can afford and it's a bit cheaper, not as, nice to wear, not as comfortable to wear, but protects me. And this has been the first time that I've been like, okay, comfort is kind of also a priority right now if I'm going to be doing this for 6 to 8 weeks. Hello. Got breakfast, joined by a new friend. Ready? Go on. It's definitely beautiful here. Look at this. It's so nice to be on foot. I'm just looking for a post office to post a postcard. That's a nice bike. Oh GS. I know I keep saying this, but it is fucking hot. I'm actually going to wear these today with the Kevlars underneath. A bit more breathable. But if it keeps on getting hotter, obviously the further south I go it's going to get hotter. I might have to change plans and go north. Because it might get pretty unbearable to be riding around camping every day for 4 more weeks after this, after Morzine, when the weather's like this. We'll see. I'll keep you updated, but could be a curveball in the mix. For now, I'm going to finish packing this bike up and just get back on the road, start making way. Bit of a problem. I've packed my whole bike up and can't seem to find the receiver for the microphones anywhere, so I'm either going to have to unpack the whole bike and have a look, or what I'm doing now is wandering into town. This is such a dumb idea. I just wandered into town in my Kevlar leggings, boots. Now I'm super hot. And no luck finding the microphone yet, so I'm going to go back, unload the whole bike, go through all my stuff. I've got a feeling it might be in the tent still, but I'm pretty sure I checked the tent this morning before I collapsed it down. Well, my apologies for this morning, guys, because it's not been the funnest start to the day. And it's kind of funny how my nice chill morning just turned into a super stressful one, and it is now just turned 2 o'clock, so I need to get out of this campsite, make my way to the cause. Okay, we are back on the move. I feel the breeze, and that is such a nice feeling. So my map is saying it's about 4.5 hours on the fun routes today, and so yesterday I mentioned that I spoke to a couple at the campsite. And if you're watching this, hey guys, but they recommended, I'm pretty sure they recommended passing through the Dolomites, and that sounds incredible, so I think I might do that. It's so nice to have a really loose plan, and whenever I'm going around meeting people I get recommended places all the time. So then the whole plan changes, but that's totally fine, and I really enjoy that. And I'm not set on going anywhere in particular. I don't have to make it to Albania, then back up the Balkans. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's just a rough plan. If I end up somewhere totally different, then I'm absolutely fine with that. The only thing that I'm really stuck to right now is the time that I have. And that is it. Which is a beautiful luxury to have. Free time to explore. It's also a little bit daunting, actually. When I think about it, another 5 or 6 weeks of being on the road alone is a lot. Yesterday, it was weird. Yesterday I felt like fucking hell. 4 or 5 days have gone by already. It feels like nothing. I could do this forever. And then today I've kind of being on the road today after this morning's palaver, it feels like I've been doing this for for weeks already. It's a very weird feeling to kind of go from one to the other within one day. Just an observation from today. I'm going to try and find somewhere in one of these small towns or villages to grab some food because I'm starting to get hungry. I've still not found a restaurant or a cafe. All the towns have been quite small, and it's really I mean, it's cute, you know, you go through a small town and there's literally one restaurant on the side of the road and that's it, a couple of houses in the area. But I've got a good feeling about this place here. I think there might be something up this way. I'm pretty sure that I've got some oil coming out of my inspection cover. I just pulled over in this small town to have a look. And let's take a look at this. Oh, it's okay. All good, it's just a bit of remnants from the service, I think. Ah, fuck me, it's hot. Just jumped off to grab some food, but I can't seem to find anywhere that's open. So on to the next town. There's about 2.5 hours to go. And kind of getting used to the heat now. Once you accept that you're going to sweat a lot, then it's fine. And then you just have to make sure that you're drinking tons of water. And then it's all good. So if I just read the sign correctly, we are about to come into Sisteron town. And I'm pretty sure this... Oh wow, look at it! Okay, that's something else. Wow. I definitely want to stop off here. It's literally built into the rock. Wow. I'm very excited to see this. Yeah, so here lies the difficulty. I want to go and wander around town, but I'm not going to carry all of this stuff with me, am I? So I kind of have to take the risk. I'm going to get off for a couple of minutes, try and find some food, and then come back. Bunch of Harleys just showed up. What is my hair doing right now? Just had a really lovely welcome from this lady who works on the corner here. Apparently parking is free, so I found a spot just here, out the way, and it's beautiful. It's so nice here. It's not too busy either, as you saw from the video through town. And she's told me to walk around the corner and take a look at the castle, so I'm going to do that now. But I'm going to carry around my tank bag, of course, because it's got all the stuff that I really need in there. If anyone wants to steal my clothes and tent, then so be it, but the passport and ownership documents of the bike and all that crap, don't want to lose that. I found a French meal. Well, hey. So I attempted to have a walk around town, but it was quite a long walk and I didn't fancy leaving the bike in a city on its own with all my stuff on it, so I'm going to ride it instead, of course. But this lovely lady here has just given me this parking thing so I can park for an hour for free now. And I've got my cake, I've had some food, I've chosen a place to stay tonight. It's 25 euros, but the place looks insane. Yeah, you know, I think when you're going to the more touristic destinations, and obviously it's quite busy right now, you're going to pay more, and it's just the way it is. I said that I wouldn't do any vlogging today, but it's just kind of become part of what I do now. I think I said it before I left, and I mentioned how it's having the camera kind of feels like I've got a companion with me, and yeah, it's just kind of that bit of company when I'm on my own to have a conversation with, really. But really lovely experience here. It's a beautiful place and everyone's been super friendly. Oh, it's loud. But the actual place itself with the ruins and whatnot, I didn't manage to go and have a look because time is really getting on. It's already 5:30 and I really want to get to my accommodation. I have a tank, but I'm taking someone's advice from YouTube. Someone put on my channel the other day to take fuel when you can get it, and I think that's a really good idea. Shit. Every time I pour fuel all over the fucking tank at the moment, it's everywhere. And there's never any tissue. Spilled petrol on the tank for like the 5th time this trip, so first aid kit it is to clean it off.
Boom, boom, there's a knock at the door, but don't freeze in your tracks. It's that chance that you've been waiting for. It's the light coming through the cracks. And when life shows an open door, come on, step through. A chance like the purest gold. Come on, come on. When life shows an open road, you know you should ride. Forget what you've been told and ride this open road. This open road. This open road. Boom, boom, that knock on your door is sounding further away. Don't lose heart like was times before. This is now today. When life shows an open door, come on, step through. A chance like the purest gold. Come on, come on. When life is an open road, you know you should ride. Forget what you've been told and ride this open road. When life shows an open door, come on, step through. A chance like the purest gold. Come on, come on. When life is an open road, you know you should ride. Forget what you've been told and ride this open road.
Made it here with 1 minute to spare before they closed, and I'm in the middle of the mountains. It's quite busy, but it's really big and spaced out, so it doesn't feel that busy, and it's super quiet, and there's also a lake that you can swim in, so I've kind of got it all here. But I have a massive regret about today, and my friend Matthias mentioned this to me. He said to me a few days ago, "You're not just going to blast through the mountains, are you?" And I was like, "No, I've got loads of time." This morning, obviously, I spent more time in the town that I was in, because I really wanted to explore it. And then I thought I lost my receiver, transmitter, so I had to go and wander around town for another hour looking, to then find it in my tent bag. So by the time I got off, it was late. And then I rode through the other town, which I've now forgotten the name of, and spent some time there walking around, which meant that I kind of left it too late to book a campsite. And this has been the first time that I've been like, well, I should definitely have looked in advance of where I was going to go, because I changed the plan kind of last minute. I was sat having that kind of tapasy dinner at the restaurant, and I thought, you know what, I don't even know why I'm going to the place that I'm going to. I may as well have a look at some other places near towards Morzine. So I found here, and the mountain rides have been stunning, but I had to find a campsite as well, and obviously it was last minute. All of them were very expensive. I wanted to get at least this far today, so tomorrow isn't too long a ride to Morzine, but it meant that I had to just kind of get here and not stop. And the mountain passes were incredible, and I would love to have stopped, taken photos and just taken it in and stood still and like walked around a bit, but instead I've kind of had to hammer it here. I did film it the best I could, but I really wanted to get off, get my 35mm camera out, take some photos, stand there and take it in, just look at it and take it all in, breathe it in. And you know what's been insane the whole way here? You can smell the pine when you ride through it. You can feel the temperature change every 10 meters, or even more, every 5 meters. And you get these like moments of really cold, really cold, to like moments of just riding around. Then it goes hot again, then warm, and then cold, and then it's just been like such a beautiful ride here. And I just wish that I would have left more time for it. I know I'm going to get more. Obviously going up to Morzine and through the mountains, there's a lot more mountains. And then obviously, I mean look, it's got Switzerland, there's Italy, there's Croatia, so there's going to be loads more mountains, but I just regret today not taking the time, so I could have just slowly and at a decent pace rode through, rather than at the speed limit, which is, often you're just kind of not really going slow enough to actually take it in, and you can't stop. I stopped for literally about 2 minutes to take a couple of photos on my iPhone and then jump back on, and I don't like that. So that's not been great, and that's my biggest regret so far on this trip, was not leaving time for the ride. And you don't want to be rushing. It makes it, this is the first time I've rushed on this trip, and it makes it really kind of stressful. You're trying to get to a place before it shuts. I want to put my head down. I want to feel like I'm in a decent place. I want to get food. I want to get a drink. I'd like to shower. Although here it's a lot cooler. And you don't want to be rushing, and if you're rushing, you're not, it's just harder to pay attention to everything around you. You're just focused on riding. You're just focused on, trying to get somewhere fast but not speeding as well. So yeah, what I would say from this whole entry here is take your time, leave yourself time, and if you can, plan where you're going to stay in the morning. I thought that I had, and then for some reason I totally changed my plan, and I'm kind of glad that I did, because it's further away where I wanted to go today. And given that I kind of messed around this morning and lost time, I'm glad that I cut down the journey, but I should have cut it down by another hour, stopped before the mountains, and then carried on through the mountains tomorrow. But you learn each time you do these things, and I've learned now that I think I need to plan the morning of and stick to that plan. And if something goes wrong, make it shorter, but don't try and do a similar distance in the time you have. I think this will be a whole entry on its own. Yeah, I think it will be. And I'll let you know where I am once I've settled down. Check this place out. Yeah, it's pretty busy, but it feels so good. It's not like your average campsite. It feels really special here. I think this is hands down the most beautiful spot that I found to stay. And it's a shame that I had to rush here, and as I said earlier, if you've got to rush, there's no point, and you may as well just stop somewhere else. The issue I had tonight was that I didn't know where I would stay if I didn't stay here, because it was already past 7. A lot of places close at 7, the campsites, and obviously you can just ride into them and stick your tent up and pay in the morning. Obviously you can do that if you have to, but I just wanted to make it here for peace of mind. There's a restaurant across the lake that I'm going to go to now and grab a little bit of food. I just didn't really want to be stuck somewhere, arriving somewhere in the dark, you know, and yeah, rushing here wasn't the best idea. But now I'm here, it's stunning, and now I've relaxed a bit, I'm fine. But I think you don't want to be rushing a trip. You're on the trip to have fun, you're on the trip to explore, you're on the trip to enjoy the ride, not to rush the ride. I'm not on a sports bike, I'm not here to do, you know, fast riding or anything like that. So that bit kind of ruined it today, but it's one day out of many, and we're gonna have these days, and I learn each time I do these mistakes what not to do. And that brings us to the end of day 5. I'm going to be really quiet because it's quite family friendly here. There's a lot of kids, but yeah, it's been an incredible day again. I mean, every day this morning I was riding around thinking, I've seen, you know, some incredible stuff. What else am I going to see that's going to top that? Like yesterday and the day before. And then you turn around a corner or go down a road somewhere and all of a sudden there's just something more. It's insane. And yeah, it makes me very happy, to be honest. But the air is so much cooler here, and I'm so happy because it means that I'm not sweating. It means that hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep. The France game is on tonight, but I've just had dinner in the restaurant over there where it's showing, and it seems pretty chill. I mean, I'm in a village tonight, not in a big city, so I say village town. I'm in Valbonnais. Valbonnais is where I am, in the mountains, and it's just perfect. Yeah, and I'm full of bread. All I've been eating is bread today. Pastries, bread, pizza, croutons. I feel like I need to go to the gym or go for some longer walks, big time. So I think this coming week in Morzine will allow me to go for some walks, get some actual fitness in, and be off the bike a bit. But yeah, the only downside of today was the rush, like the fast pace of trying to get here in time before it closed. So I'm trying to make it to these campsites every night before 6 or 7 latest. But tonight I pushed it to 8, which is a bit too far, I think. It's better to be settled down and settled in before then. But yeah, that's the end of day 5. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm on the way to Morzine tomorrow. Holy fucking shit. I just came over there.